Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about two-port network. So when we talk about a two-port network is uh, simply a simple network that represents a complicated electrical network. So for two-port network, we'll be able to use the inputs and outputs to analyze the components in the circuit or in the complicated system. So it's a complicated system can just be represented in this form, where you have your input, your circuit parameters in this black box. So we can have a two-port network that will be working with only the impedance parameters, where we call them the Z parameters, or your admittance parameters, where we call the Y parameters. Then a hybrid, so H parameters. So a hybrid of them will be called H parameters. Okay, so for this video we are going to study solely on our Z parameters, and in our subsequent videos we will look at the Y parameters as well. So now let's take first of all, let's make sure we are dealing with Z parameters in a situation in this sense. So let's clean all these. Then in my Z parameters I'll get Z11 for two voltages. So I need to get Z11, Z12, Z21, and Z22. It is almost equal to what we do in our net mesh networks and our other networks we solved in our earlier videos. So with this one, whenever I'm working with these Z parameters, we have a general formula for all of them. That is, our V1 is going to be equal to Z11 times I1 plus our Z12 times I2. And we have our V2, which is going to be equal to Z21 times our what? Our I1 plus Z22 times our I2. And since this is focusing on Z parameters, we would use our two-port network to find the impedance parameters of this complicated system. So first of all, if I want to find Z11 in my two-port network, I'll make sure I open circuit I2. That is, I'll run this whole place 0 and make Z11 the subject. So at Z11, if I want to find Z11, I make I2 be equal to 0. So this is how I represent it. So if I2 is equal to 0, I get my V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus 0, right? So my Z11 is equal to V1 over I1. I come to write that here. So V1 over I1. But this is only a condition that is obtained when I2 is equal to 0, right? And we are still working, so that will be our general formula for Z11. Okay, so now let's think about, we want I2 to be 0. So let's think about Z21. Because Z21, to get Z21, we have to make I2 0. The I2 here is 0, right? So as Z21, we can say here is 0. So V2 over I1. V2 over I1, where we say at I2 is equal to 0, right? Now, when I say I2 is equal to 0, that's what I've explained. That means I open circuit this whole thing. Hence, this V2 side becomes open circuit. There will be no current flowing through this branch. The only current inside will be the I1. And now, guess what? What will our Z12 be? It's going to, obviously, since we want Z12, we will run the I1 to 0. that rule is going to give us V1 over I2, where I1 is equal to what? 0, right? Now we want our Z22. Our Z22 is going to be equal to our I1 will be 0, so that we can get the voltage and current as Z22. So we say our V2 is equal to what? Our Z22 is equal to V2 over what? I2, where I1 is equal to 0. Okay, so now we are going to solve a question that will entail our whole system, that will entail our whole system of the Z parameters. So let's take our question. So our question states that we define the impedance parameters of the circuit in figure 5.5. And the circuit diagram, this is the circuit diagram for the impedance. So from our previous, or what we just did recently, we realized that when we want to find our general formulas are V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and our V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2, and we realize that our Z11 should be equal to what? Z1 should be equal to U. Before that, let's draw our circuit. Okay, let's do Z11 first. Z11 is equal to what? V1 over I1, right? At I equal to 0, I2 is equal to 0. So we will solve for when I2 is equal to 0. And we are done, we'll solve for when I1 is equal to 0. So for Z21, we will get V2 all over I1, where our I2 is equal to what? 0. So how would this our system be? So we apply a voltage source to this branch. We take here to be V1 and we take here to be V2. So I apply a voltage source to my V1, and this minus, and this resistor here, another resistor there, and at this point, since my I2 is 0, I open circuit this part, and I make here V1 and here to be V2 minus plus. Although there's no current flowing to right, there's still V2, right? So this is 30 ohms, but the current moving in this direction, I2 is equal to 0. And this is our 40 ohm, this is our 20 ohm. The current moving in this direction is I1, which has a value. So now, we want to find our Z11. How do you find Z11? So it's my Z11, I have V1. And what is my V1? My V1 is equal to the total resistance. Since there's no current flowing through here, all these ones go. So my total resistance will just be this 20 ohm and 40 ohm in series, right? So let me write my V1. My V1 is equal to my I1 multiplying the series sum of this resistance. So that is 20 plus 40. So my V1 is going to give me 60 I1, right? So my 60 I1, that is my V1. 60 I1 all over my I1, right? Because that's my formula here. So I1 cancels I1, and I get what? 60 ohms. Mind you, the impedance is in ohms. Please, you get me? Now, What do we find for Z21? Our Z21 is V2 over I1. So what is our V2? We realize that our V2 here, I2 is equal to 0. Hence, our V2 is equivalent to the voltage across this 40 ohm resistor. Because when you use the loop rule, we see that V2 is take this direction. So V2 minus I2, which is 0. So 0 into bracket 30 ohms minus our 40 ohm, like the voltage across our 40 ohm resistor should be equal to 0, right? And that means our V2 is equal to the voltage across our 40 ohm resistor. Okay, so how do we find the voltage across our 40 ohm resistor? We realize that the current that is flowing through this 40 ohm resistor is the same I1 here. So I can say that my V2 is equal to the voltage across the 40 ohm. What's the voltage across 40 ohm? Is a certain 40 ohm times I1. Why is it 40 ohms times I1? Here is a series connection. Due to the I2 being 0 here, it will create a series connection here. And this is a series, the same current flows through all the components there. So my Z21 is going to be equal to my 40 I1 all over what? I1. And my Z21 is going to give me what? 40 ohms. Okay, so this is when our I2 is equal to 0. Now let's go to a situation where our I1, so we found the Z parameters for Z11. So Z11 is giving us what? 60 ohms. Then Z21, Z21 is equal to 40 ohms. So now when I is equal to 0, take all this away. Now when our I1 is equal to 0, we can deal with Z12 and Z22. So Z12 is equal to V1 all over I2, or at where what? I1 equals 0. Then our Z22 will be equal to what? Our Z22 is equal to a certain V2 all over what? All over I2, where our I1 is 0. Okay, so now we have to redraw a circuit, but this is modified since now our I1 is the one that is what? 0. Hence we open circuit this aspect instead. Unlike the first one when we applied a voltage that is closed. So here becomes our plus and our minus by its open circuit. Then a 20 ohm resistor. So and a 40 ohm resistor. Then another resistor. But here, as it is this time around, this place is closed. Plus minus, and here is V2. This is my 40 ohm, 30 ohm, 20 ohms. Then we know the current that is flowing through this direction is I2, but the current flowing through this direction is I1, but is equal to 0. That is the fact that we established here. So now, for our Z12, we want V1. But what is V1? Sorry. Since here is equal to 0, the current flowing through here is equal to 0. That means the voltage across V1 is equal to the voltage across the 40 ohm resistor. And this 40 ohm resistor has a current flowing through it at I2. So the current flowing through this 40 ohms is I2 since it is in series connection with the 30 ohm resistor at where I1 equals 0, at where the current flowing through the 20 ohm resistor is 0. So Z12 is going to give me a voltage V1, where the voltage V1 is also equal to the 40 ohm times my I2, right? So since we get that, we say 40 I2 all over what? All over my I2. So my I2s will cancel out and I get 40 ohm. This is our Z12. And mind you, whenever you have Z12 and Z21, you always get the same value. Z32 equals Z23. Since the only thing is that the value will interchange. So ZMN is always equal to ZNM. Did you get it? Thank you. Now let's take this one away. Then let's write our Z12 parameter here too. So our Z12 parameter is going to give us 40 ohm. Then now our final solution is the Z22. Z22. Where is Z22 is equal to V2. But what is V2? V2 is equal to the sum of the voltages in this loop. So we have to find the voltage across 30 ohms and the voltage across 40 ohms. But in all, it is the current flowing through them is I2. So I can say my V2 is equal to 30 plus 40. The sum of the resistances times the common current, that is I2. So my V2 is equal to 30 plus 40 all over I2, all that what over I2, which is equal to 70 ohms. So my Z22 is equal to 70 ohms. So this is how I find my impedance parameters when it comes to my two-port network. Thank you.